My family hid my grandma's will reading from me, then freaked out when I showed up anyway. After grandma died, I didn't even know there was a will reading until my cousin accidentally texted a group chat I was still in. "Don't tell Amanda, it's handled." My stomach dropped. For the last 2 years, I'd been the one driving 40 minutes to her house twice a week. I brought groceries, soup, and her favorite magazines. I cleaned her bathroom, set up her pill box, and sat in chemo waiting rooms with her when she got sick and scared. Most of my family barely showed up unless a neighbor was watching. Aunt Carol posted photos at fancy dinners. Uncle Tony said he was too busy. My cousins treated grandma's place like a free hotel when they needed a couch. But now they were suddenly the real family. I found out later they had a separate chat literally named estate planning. They'd been dividing her stuff for months like she was already gone. One cousin even bragged they walked through her house with sticky notes, tagging what they wanted. The china set, the antique furniture, her jewelry, even her photo albums. I remembered how, while I was helping Grandma shower, Carol was just stopping by and kept wandering, opening drawers like she was shopping. I didn't get a call about any meeting, but the lawyer's office address was in the text thread, so I went anyway. I parked across the street and sat in my car for a minute trying not to cry. Then I walked in, signed my name, and heard voices down the hall. The whole clan was there in black clothes, whispering like they were on a TV show. When Aunt Carol saw me, her face tightened. "What are you doing here?" she snapped. "We already divided everything. You weren't invited for a reason." Uncle Tony stepped in front of the door like a bouncer. "The family meeting was canceled," he said, loud enough for the receptionist to hear. "Go home." I looked past him and saw my cousin Madison clutching a purse like it was life support. "This is Grandma's will," I said. "I'm allowed to be here." That's when the lawyer, Mr. Reed, came out with a folder in his hands. He looked from me to them, confused. "Handled?" he repeated. "Nothing should be distributed yet. The will hasn't been read." Carol forced a smile that didn't reach her eyes. "There must be a mistake," she said. Tony puffed up and pointed at me. "She wasn't invited for obvious reasons. She only showed up when Mom got sick. We're the actual heirs." That hit hard because it was a lie, and they all knew it. I'd missed work to take Grandma to appointments. I knew she liked 2 sugar cubes in her coffee, no more, no less. I knew she got lonely on Sunday mornings and asked the same stories again because she didn't want the house to be quiet. I kept my voice steady. "I've been there for years." Carol rolled her eyes. "Please, you were after her money." Mr. Reed didn't argue. He just opened the folder slowly, like he'd done this 1,000 times. "According to the will," he said, "Amanda Rose Miller is the only name listed." The hallway went dead silent. I could hear the air conditioner and the receptionist typing. Madison made a choking sound, then started crying so hard her mascara streaked down her face. Tony's face went pale, then red, then pale again. Carol's mouth opened, but no sound came out. "What do you mean, only name?" she whispered. Mr. Reed kept reading, calm and clear. "The house on Maple Street, all accounts, the car, the jewelry, and personal items, all to Amanda Rose Miller." Someone behind Carol muttered, "That can't be legal." Aunt Maxine, who'd barely spoken to me in years, snapped, "She must have tricked her. She took advantage when she was weak." Tony jumped in fast. "We're contesting this," he barked. "I want a competency test. She had dementia." Carol turned to Mr. Reed and demanded copies, signatures, anything she could grab onto. Madison was breathing into a paper bag someone shoved at her, eyes wide like she might pass out. Mr. Reed raised one hand. "Your mother anticipated this," he said, and pulled out a sealed envelope. He handed it to me. My hands were shaking so bad I almost tore it wrong. Inside was a letter in Grandma's handwriting. I read the first lines out loud without meaning to. "My dearest Amanda, if you're reading this, my family has shown their true colors again." The room shifted like someone kicked a chair. Mr. Reed nodded toward the door. "If you want to contest it, you file through the court," he said. "For now, this meeting is over. Now my family is saying I crashed the will reading. Was I wrong?"